and then you will be given 10 minutes to present, no? And you have to mute your microphone if you aren't talking. Also, answer our questions promptly. And lastly, if you're going to audio record the comments of the panel, you have to ask permission first. Without further ado, allow me to introduce the panel of examiners. I am Ms. Regine Gabriel Villa, the chair, and with me is Ma'am Jana Alfontin and Ma'am Christina Rizon. Okay, so time check, it's 2:21 and we expect you to finish your presentation at 2:31. Your time starts now.
So good day everyone. Good day panelists. We are the group one and we're here to present our research title which is delineating the dependency of first year maritime students on artificial intelligence tools. So here we have the researchers. It has started with yours truly, Decadet Basilio, followed by the members Decadet Delgado, Decadet Salvano, Decadet Becerra, and Decadet Burgos. So here are the order of presentation. First, we have the rationale, the theories, the problem, the scope and the limitation, the significance of the study, the methodology, subdivisions of term, and lastly, we have the references. So first, we have an illustration here. So the illustration indicates how students often experience stress and difficulty when completing academic tasks, leading them to rely on digital tools for assistance. It also serves a classroom setting where learners heavily use AI-powered technologies, highlighting the growing dependence on artificial intelligence in modern education. The next slide would be a video presentation.
Daw para sa ilang mag-aaral at guro ang AI o Artificial Intelligence, partikular ang Generative AI. Pero ang mismong intelligence o critical thinking ng mga estudyante, natutulungan ba? Yan ang tinutukan ni Bon Aquino.
Ang incoming second-year college student na si John din niya tunay na pangalan, palihim daw na gumagamit ng AI sa kanyang assignment.
Magsisearch po ako ng topic, tapos dun po is inuha ko po yung text.
Ang mga nakuhang informasyon inilalagay daw niya sa slide presentation. At dahil takot daw siyang mabuko ng guro, dumidiskarte siya para hindi mahalata.
Inahaluan ko po ng konting sariling opinion ko po.
Ang senior high school teacher na si Daisy Marasigan, nag-post sa kanyang social media account ng tutorial ng paggawa ng lesson plan gamit ang AI.
I think it's high time, especially in the 21st century, na kinakailangan na nating i-embrace yung AI. But of course, there is caution.
Para makasabay sa AI, sabi ng DepEd.
Papaguhin na rin natin yung ating curriculum para matutong gumamit ng AI. Bata, matutong gumamit ng AI yung mga guro natin. Yan ang pagbabago na in-anticipate po natin sa darating sa mga taon.
Ang problema, makakapag-isip pa kaya ang mga estudyante? Sa pag-aaral kamakailan ng Massachusetts Institute of Technology o MIT, lumabas ng paggamit ng AI para magsulat ng essay ay maaaring magdulot ng cognitive debt o yung kawalan ng effort na mag-isip para makasagot at posibleng pagbaba ng kakayahang matuto. Hindi pa definitive ang resulta at hindi pa na-peer review. Pero ayon sa isang local academic head na naniniwalang binago na ng AI ang edukasyon sa bansa.
Karaniwan, ginagamit ito bilang gabay, pero hindi bilang sagot sa kabuuan. Kasi kailangan pa rin natin ng critical thinking, kailangan pa rin natin na mag-aral.
Sa kanilang universidad, hanggang 15% lang ng thesis at research paper ng mga undergraduate ang pwedeng gamitan ng AI. May AI tools daw sila para ma-detect kung merong sumobra. Para sa GMA Integrated News, Von Aquino nakatutok.
So by that, by the 24 Oras News Report, we have a credible solid ground to conduct our study, to find the gaps and the problem in which this study could address. The next slide will be presented by the this is our general objective. So the research aims to delineate the level of the AI tools, utilization and its correlation of level of dependency of maritime students in using AI tools for academic tasks. The next slide will be presented by Decadet Salvano.
So,
good afternoon, dear panelists. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Decadit Silvano, and I will be talking about the theories about our study, which we have the main theory or the primary theory as the TAM or Technology Acceptance Model, supported by the three theories, which is the Cognitive Load Theory, Intelligent Tutoring System Theory, and I-based model. So this study is guided by several major theories. The primary theory used in this is the technology acceptance model, which explains that individuals are more likely to adapt a technology when they believe it is useful and easy to use. For first-year maritime students, AI tools become appealing because they make academic tasks faster and more convenient. Supporting this is the cognitive load theory, which explains how AI can reduce unnecessary mental efforts. For example, AI applications help simplify complex information, allowing students to focus more on understanding maritime concepts rather than struggling with overwhelming details. Next is the intelligent tutoring system. Theory also plays a role by showing how AI can act like a digital tutor that gives a personalized feedback, corrects mistakes, and guides students through unfamiliar topics. Next slide, please. And lastly, we have the I-based model, which explores how psychological and emotional factors influence technology dependency. And first-year maritime students, which often experience stress due to demanding academic tasks and adjustment to college life. As a result, they may turn to AI tools for quick answers, academic supports, or reassurance. The next slide will be topic again. Will be tackled by Decadent Monticelli.
So here we have the statement of the problem. So first, what types of artificial intelligence tools are most commonly used by first-year maritime students? The second one, what is the level of utilization of AI tools among first-year maritime students in accomplishing their academic tasks? The third one, what is the level of dependency among the first-year maritime students on the use of artificial intelligence tools in accomplishing their academic tasks? And the fourth one, what recommendations can be raised based on the findings of the study? So the next slide will be presented by Decadent Besirilli.
So, good day, panelists. Good day, everyone. So, my topic is about the scope and delimitation. So, first off is the scope. So, this study focuses specifically on the AI dependency of first-year maritime students enrolled at UCMETC. It examines the types of AI tools students commonly use, the frequency of their usage, and the extent to which they rely on these tools for academic tasks. The study concentrates on academic-related activities only and does not include personal or non-academic uses of AI. Next slide, please. Next is the delimitation. So the study is limited to first-year students only and does not include second or third-year students whose study habits and AI usage pattern may differ. It also excludes minors below 18 years old. The research relies solely on self-reported survey data, which may be influenced by students' perception or honesty. Additionally, this study does not examine other factors such as motivation, socioeconomic background, or access to technology, which may also influence students' dependency on AI. So next slide will be presented by Decadent Delgado.
So, good afternoon, dear panelists. I am Decadent Delgado, and I will be talking about on why our study is significant. So, this study is significant because it provides insight into how AI tools influence the academic behavior of first-year maritime students. For students, the research helps them reflect on their study habits and understand whether their reliance on AI strengthens or weakens their learning. This can guide them towards better academic practices and more balanced use of technology. For instructors, the findings serves as a basis for designing teaching strategies that integrate AI responsibly. Knowing how students use AI allow teachers to provide guidelines, set boundaries, and emphasize the importance of independent thinking. Next slide, please. For school administrators, the result may help them create policies that encourage ethical, regulated, and meaningful use of AI tools within the campus. Parents may also find value in understanding how their children use AI for academic tasks, allowing them to support their children's learning responsibly at home. Finally, the study provides a rich contribution to existing literature and serves a useful reference for future researchers who wish to explore AI dependency, technology integration, or the digital transformation of maritime education. The next slide will be tackled by Decadent Burgos.
So good afternoon, everyone. I am Decadent Burgos, and I am here to present to you our methodology. So this study uses a quantitative descriptive research design, which is appropriate for measuring the extent of dependency on AI tools through numerical data. The research was conducted at the University of Cebu, METC, a maritime institution equipped with simulators, laboratories, and digital learnings. The respondents of the study are 312 first-year students from the BSMT and BSMARE programs, selected through proportionate quota sampling. This method ensures that both programs are represented fairly based on their actual number of enrolled students. Next slide, please. The research instrument used is a validated survey questionnaire consisting of 4 sections: respondent eligibility, demographic profile, types of AI tools used, and a 15-item Likert scale measuring AI dependency. Data collection was done through classroom-based survey administrations where respondents answered printed questionnaires. The data were analyzed using simple percentage to identify usage patterns and weighted mean to measure levels of dependency. Next slide, please. So here is our research instrument that would consist of 15-item questionnaires. And definition of terms would be declared as real.
So this is our definition of terms, and you may refer them in our manuscript. Next slide, please.
So this is our references for credible studies regarding the theories and the rationale. And lastly, we leave a quote which states that all research has a common goal to uncover the truth. That is by William C. Compton. So thank you for listening.
Ask permission to record.
Alright.
Excuse me, sir. May I ask permission to record your comments?
Yeah, sure. Give me record.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. So at this